So in this tutorial I will show you how to create a candy stripe bracelet, rainbow candy stripe bracelet, and for this I will use these yarns. They are about 70 centimeters long, that is about 28 inches long from this to this point. And the first step in making this bracelet will be to create the loop in order to be able to close the bracelet. So I will grab the yarns like this and I will create an overhand knot. So a very simple knot like this. And now I will close this knot and I created our loop like this. Now I will grab the yarns with the clamp and I will order the yarns according to their color. So I ordered them by color, green, purple, pink, orange and yellow, and now I will order them in the same order as the yarns that I have ordered before. So green, purple, pink, orange and yellow. This way. So as you can see, these colors are ordered the same as these colors. And in order to make this rainbow candy stripe bracelet, I will simply make forward knots on all these cords. And I will begin with the green yarn. And one more aspect that I want to mention is the fact that when you have so many different yarns, you should remember their orders so that they do not get mixed up, because if they get mixed up, your design, the design of your bracelet will also get mixed up. So let's begin making forward knots with the green yarn. So in order to make a forward knot, I will create the shape of the number 4 like this. I will put my finger under the purple yarn, I will grab with my nail the green yarn, take it out through this loop, and now I will create this knot, this forward knot, and tighten the knot. So I will create 2 knots, 2 forward knots on each yarn. So this is the second knot that I will create. And now, because I created forward knots, my yarn has moved forward. So it was initially here and it has moved forward here. And with each knot that I create, the yarn will move forward until it will reach this place here. So let's continue making forward knots on the pink yarn. So 1 forward knot and the second forward knot. Then on the orange yarn, 1 forward knot and the second forward knot. On the yellow yarn, 1 forward knot, the second forward knot. On the green yarn, 1 and 2 forward knots. On the purple yarn, 1 and 2 forward knots. On the pink yarn, 1 and 2 forward knots. On the orange yarn, 1 and 2 forward knots, and on my last yarn, on the yellow yarn, 1 and 2 forward knots. So I have created the first stripe, and as you can see, my green yarn started from this place here on the left, and it went forward with the forward knots, and it reached this place at the end of my bracelet here on the right. So we have the first stripe, the green stripe. Now I will take the next yarn and create the forward knots. So I create the shape of the number 4, I put my finger under the pink cord, take the purple cord out through the loop and make the first forward knot, and again I create the number 4, I grab the yarn, create the second forward knot. Again let's make 2 forward knots on the orange yarn, 1 and 2, on the yellow yarn, 1 and 2, on the green yarn, 1 and 2, on the purple yarn, 1 and 2, on the pink yarn, 1 and 2, on the orange yarn, 1 and 2, on the yellow yarn, 1 and 2, and on the last yarn, on the green yarn, 1 and 2. So as you can see, we now have 2 stripes, and I will continue with the pink, the orange, the yellow and so on yarn, and I will continue making those stripes until I obtain the length of the bracelet that I want, and then I will show you how to create the tie. So now I have already created a few stripes. So as you can see, I created stripes in all the colors of my yarns, and let's continue creating the next stripe. So my next yarn is the pink yarn, and I will create the forward knots. And I will take yarn by yarn and make the forward knots. So the number 4, I grab the yarn through the loop and create another knot. So as you can see, I try to keep the order of my yarns so that the yarns do not get mixed up. So 1 forward knot, the second forward knot, so 1 forward knot, second forward knot. Like this. So I have created another stripe. So I have also created the pink stripe. Now I'll continue with an orange stripe, a yellow stripe, and so on. So let's continue until I make enough stripes so that I can put the bracelet around my wrist. And when the bracelet is long enough to go around my wrist, I will show you how to create the bracelet tie. And now that I have finished the bracelet, I will create the tie. I will separate the yarns according to their colors, and I will put the yarns in two groups, and I will start twisting those yarns, as you can see, to the left, and I will also twist these other yarns also to the left, So now that I've twisted both these two groups of yarns to the left, I will twist them one around the other, but in the opposite direction, to the right. And now I will make a knot. And now I will also separate these yarns and twist them to the left. And I will also twist these yarns to the left. And now I will twist the yarns one around the others to the opposite direction, to the right. Now I will also make a knot here. And now I will cut the yarns, and the bracelet is ready. So this is the finished bracelet, rainbow color bracelet. In order to close the bracelet, I will put the tie through the loop and I will make a knot. So this is the finished rainbow color bracelet, candy stripe bracelet. And this is what the bracelet looks like.